What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. In today's video we are checking out the differences between the TECNO Camon 20 Pro, so the one to the left here, and the TECNO Camon 20 Pro 5G. First things first, this is a 4G device, however there is a version of this device that comes with 5G capability. So if you do need 5G, there is a version of this device that supports that. Now for pricing, you can find the 20 Pro for about 250 euros depending on the market of course, where the 20 Premier 5G you're gonna find for about 400 euros. So there is a bit of a price difference in between these two devices. Alright, so first things first, let's start the boxes and see what comes in the box with each device. Alright, so fairly similar boxes here. On the top right corner on each box you can see which version of the device you got, and of course inside the box you're gonna find a case for each device. I personally like the case that comes with the 20 Premier 5G a bit more, just because of the added color. Aside from that, you're gonna find a 33 watt fast charger in the box of the 20 Pro, where the 20 Premier 5G comes with a 45 watt fast charger. So of course you're gonna be able to charge the 20 Premier 5G slightly faster than the other one. Aside from that, you're gonna find the cable and some earbuds with each device, something that we don't typically see with too many phones these days. Next, we are checking out the devices themselves, and of course we are starting with the back. So the back on each device is made out of plastic, and also the frame around each device is made out of plastic. And I have to say that plastic frame does make the phones feel a bit on the cheaper side, but let's keep in mind that these are not that expensive. You've probably noticed by now that the camera modules on the back are a bit different as well. So the 20 Premier 5G, we do get an extra camera, which is an ultra-wide camera. We don't have an ultra-wide camera on the 20 Pro. Now the 20 Pro here can record the maximum resolution of 2K at 30 frames per second, where the Premier 5G can record in 4K at 30 frames per second. So a bit of a difference there as well. So next I want to show you some pictures that I took with both devices just outside of the building here, just so you can see for yourself how the pictures from both devices do turn out to be. I've also included some sample videos, so let's check everything out and I will be back right after. Alright, so the maximum recording resolution on the Pro is 2K at 30 frames per second, where the maximum recording resolution on the Premiere is 4K at 30 frames per second. Now, from what I'm seeing on the screens here, I don't believe that either device has video stabilization at these resolutions, so 4K at 30 and 2K at 30. The only resolution that allows you to have video stabilization seems to be 1080p at 30 frames per second. So let me switch the resolution to 1080p at 30 frames per second and see how the footage looks at that resolution. Okay, so I've switched the resolution to 1080p at 30 frames per second on the Pro and of course the Premiere, and if you do switch the resolution to 1080p at 30 frames per second, you do have the ability to enable what's called ultra steady. So we have that mode enabled right now. I'm gonna walk a bit faster just so you can see how the stabilization works. And I guess we'll turn around and we'll walk this way. So 1080p at 30 frames per second for both devices. Alright, and I am back. What do you guys think about the cameras on the 20 Premier 5G and the cameras on the 20 Pro? Definitely leave a comment and let me know. Alright, looking at the frames here, so on the right hand side here, the frames do look pretty similar. We have the power button, the volume buttons. At the top there, I'm not sure you can see that on the camera, the 20 Premier 5G does seem to have an extra hole for a microphone. On this side of the frame, we have the SIM card slot on the 20 Pro. There is nothing on the 20 Premier 5G. And here there is a difference. So the 20 Pro can take 2 SIM cards and an SD card, where the Premier 5G can only take 2 SIM cards. So keep that in mind. And looking at the bottom of both devices, let's see if you can see that on camera. So with the 20 Pro, we do get a 3.5mm audio jack, where with the 20 Premier 5G, you do not get that. And the SIM card slot is at the bottom here. We have the same USB-C charging port, and unfortunately there is no difference for the speeds for that USB port on both devices. And of course we have the holes for the speaker. So these devices have one speaker at the bottom and one at the top. So dual speakers on both devices, and the speakers do sound pretty similar on both of them. So I'm not even gonna show you a sample because they are pretty much the same speakers. Moving on to the front, well, here we have the same screen size. So both devices have a 6.67-inch AMOLED screen with a 1080p resolution and a refresh rate of 120 Hz. But looking at the devices side by side, the 20 Pro does seem to have the somewhat larger bezels when compared to the 20 Premier 5G. Now, if you don't have both devices side by side, you'd probably never know. But yes, this one does seem to have somewhat larger bezels. If we open settings here and we go to display on both devices, and here we go to screen refresh rate, you can see that you can select between 120, 90 and 60 Hz for each device. For screen brightness, well, the brightness is not specified on any website, and I also took the phones outside earlier today, and I can't really tell the difference in between these two devices. So I think they are using the same screen. Now, the brightness that I'm estimating is somewhere around 500 to 600 nits tops. So if you do take both phones outside on a super sunny day, it is a bit difficult seeing the screen. At the top there we have a 32 megapixel front-facing camera on both devices, and of course these are a couple of pictures that I took with that front-facing cameras. They also have in-screen fingerprint scanners, so I'm gonna do this one first and this one second. They kind of work the same, maybe this one is slightly faster, just slightly faster, but overall they do seem to work somewhat similar to unlock the screen with that fingerprint scanner. So both have the same in-screen fingerprint scanner. As for specs, well, here we do have quite a bit of a difference. So the 20 Pro here is using the MediaTek Helio G99, where the 20 Premier 5G is using the MediaTek Dimensity 8050. So this one is much more powerful. I'm also showing you what other specifications we have here. So the same 5000 mAh battery, but as we talked earlier, the Premier 5G does charge a bit faster. If I open the AnTuTu benchmark on both devices, so wait till it loads, here you can see the difference for the score here. So we get 700,000 on the Premier 5G and about 406,000 on the 20 Pro. So yes, this one is the faster device. Now the Premier 5G also gets much hotter than the regular Pro. So as you can see here, while running the test, this one got almost 9 degrees hotter, where this one only got 2 degrees hotter. So something to keep in mind, the Premier 5G here will get hotter whenever you're playing games and such, and you can actually feel the phone like burning whenever you're playing games for extended periods of time. And if we go to storage test here, let's run this test as well. I actually had that test on earlier. I'm not sure why it's gone, so we'll just give it a second till it's done that test. Just so you can see the differences for the reading and writing speeds here. So definitely faster internal storage on the Premier 5G compared to the Pro. For sensors, we do seem to have the same sensors in each device, so nothing different there, and both devices also have an NFC chip inside it. So if we go to more connections here, you can see the NFC at the top there. So yes, you can make payments with both devices. Performance-wise, yes, you're definitely gonna notice a difference for pretty much everything that you're gonna do. The Premiere 5G is the more powerful device and it is a bit more fluid, it is a bit quicker and it can handle more things. Of course, because that MediaTek Dimensity 8050 is a much more powerful processor. I'm just gonna give you a super quick example. We'll open a few apps here. We'll start with the Play Store. So slightly faster on that Premiere 5G. The YouTube app, maybe about the same. Weather app, a bit faster on the Premiere 5G. Chrome, that was kind of a bit faster on the 20 Pro. But overall, when you're doing more intensive tasks, you will find that the 20 Pro here does seem to slow down a bit, where the Premiere 5G does seem to handle things better. So for performance, yes, the Premiere 5G is the better device in every way. So there you have it. This was a super quick look at the TECNO 20 Premiere 5G and the TECNO Camon 20 Pro. Of course, the Premiere 5G here, since it's the more expensive device, will be a bit better than the 20 Pro here. But if you just need a phone maybe for emails, for text messages and watching YouTube, well, the 20 Pro here is not bad at all. However, if you do plan on playing games on your device and if you do want to do a bit of maybe picture and video editing, the Premiere 5G here will be better because it is a more powerful device. Alright guys, hopefully this video was useful. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.